No, I started dancing 59 years ago. Thank you for laughing, Susan.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Will.
I started dancing 3.5 or something years ago.
Susan.
I'm counting. I started dancing. I don't know. I was in my late 20s when I started to dance.
Well, that would be what, like 40-some years? Is that what you want to say?
No.
Isabella?
I've been dancing for 4 years.
Okay, so you guys started dancing with me 4 years ago and with Susan about 3.5 years ago. Oh, Susan, what else do you do besides tap dance?
I drum. I do African drumming. I drum on a doon-doon, kenkane with sticks.
All right, so where have you been with this drumming? You started here and then
I
what
started here and I went to Ghana and I drummed in Ghana and I did African dance in Ghana and I brought tap shoes from DC Dance Collective to Ghana and I taught a lot of school age, probably 10, 11, 12-year-olds to tap dance.
I was born in England.
Okay, that's good. And where do you live part of the year when you're not here?
I go to Hungary.
What else do I do?
Or who-
I'm the CEO for Facebook.
Okay, that's good. You are
I was born in Chicago and I lived there until I was 8.
and your unique background is?
Oh, I'm half Chinese and I'm Jewish.
Okay, there you go.
And then I started tap dancing right when I moved here, really. That was 3rd grade.
Yeah, so when we started tap dancing, we have gone through all kinds of stages where there have been kids the same ages, kids much younger, kids, and you have worked both as teacher and choreographer and student, and now are working teaching us. So this goofy arrangement of 4 people is delightful because we are all good buddies, and what brought us together was tap dancing. All right, so that's the warm, fuzzy hallmark comment that I have to make. We started out performing together 2 years ago, ostensibly so that Susan and I could help Will and Isabella perform, but mostly because Susan wants to be on stage and put together costumes. So we started to do that, but what was unique for me about that was suddenly I had to go from being a teacher to being the hysterical, what if I don't remember the dance? Oh my gosh.
How to turn on the lights.
Yeah, how are my lights? Where are my tap shoes? I don't know what I'm doing. Which is sort of tricky. If you're a teacher, you get a chance to be completely honest with the people that you're with. And that's a completely different experience from just the teaching student experience. So talk about your performing stuff, Will, besides, you've done the cutting contest, as I lead you into other potential things, or the performing with us. How did that go?
Well, it's been great performing with both of you guys, and
Your check will be in the mail.
Because go on.
I think I was kind of shy before I did it.
Oh my God! We're responsible for this? Oh no!
And then dancing with them and performing with them, I think, really kind of brought me out of my shell.
And now we're trying to put Will back in the show. All right. One of my favorite things that Isabella, your mother said after we performed, Gabriella said, Will outdanced all of you, okay? So that's been like a goal for me to try to outdance Will, all right, in a very positive way. Isabella, what things can you think about performing that come to mind?
Well, I really enjoyed the performing, and it's really fun for me. And, well...
Why? Give us some, what makes your heart soar like a hawk? Yeah.
Well, it kind of brings us together. We work together on a dance, and then we perform it in front of a bunch of people, and then we have a laugh after it.
about how horrible we were.
How wonderful we were.
Yeah, how wonderful.
How wonderful. Or wonderfully horrible
How
we
different.
were.
How
Yeah.
different.
How different we were.
And we are different. And then we practice what we'll do when we make terrible mistakes. And we were going, please don't look at us. You can leave if you want. We'll refund your money.
That's right. Let's all be very positive. Thank you, Will, for imitating my squealing after I made a mistake.
Now it's on film.
Yeah, now it's on film. We can edit that. Okay. So the bottom line is, we have a very, very unique experience, and all of our differences bring us together, which makes me realize today's assignment, I had to write something about why following your passion in life is a positive thing. And so I had to think about that, and had to think about what was my passion in life. And actually, my passion in life is teaching, because I get to lie on the floor with my head together with my friends who span a good number of years, and talk about why we have so much fun together. So, you know, if I had to do it all over again, I would do this again. This is like the best part of my life.
When I'm dancing, I'm in the pocket of my life. We talk about being in the pocket when you're doing an improv and being in the right place. For me, I'm in the pocket of my life. That's bigger than being
Just
right.
in the pocket of the music.
Yeah.
What sacrifices have you made in learning and improving your skills?
Well, one of the things about dedicating your life to dance is that you make a decision to jump in and do this, and it takes a lot of time, and there's a lot of wonderful things that go on. But one of the things that I didn't do, that I'm surprised I didn't do, was to have a family. Now, the flip side of that is I have a huge family. I've got you, I've got Will, I've got Susan, I've got dancers that I grew up teaching that are now in their 50s. I still refer to them as the kids. So I have this wonderful extended tap family, and I don't feel like I've sacrificed anything. But if you stop to look at what my life would be like if I hadn't pursued dance for a lifetime, it might have been different. Have you admired the most, or presently consider mentors in the area of tap?
Probably Chloe and Mon Arnold, because first of all, they're great tap dancers, and also they're really trying to make the tap community more accessible. And I think they've really given me a lot of skills and experiences that are useful. And such as I did the first cutting contest. I've taken lots of classes from them and other people in the DC DC Tap Fest, which I wouldn't have been able to have. And I think they really added a lot to my learning experience.
And I know you started to tap a few years ago. What did your peers think, and have they changed their thoughts about tap now that you've been doing this for a long time?
Well, when I first started, I told them, and they would be like, "Oh, okay, cool." Like they wouldn't really care much about it. And now one of my friends at my school also does tap, and she's like, "Oh, that's really cool." We always talk about it, and now because you see all the shows on like Broadway, they always have tap in it, and they're like, "Oh, now tap is becoming a bigger thing." So it's kind of cool that you do it.
What you've learned has come from YouTube.
Okay. Most recently, I'm using YouTube as a real tool. I have an account on YouTube, and that was not easy to get for me. And what I do is, when I have free time wherever I am, maybe even sometimes at work, I click onto YouTube and I put in the tap dancers' names, and then I watch them do their numbers, you know, whether they're doing it sometimes at the White House, I've seen, Gregory Hines. Just today I was watching Gregory Hines as he performed a dance in UB called Hot Feet. Yeah, that's what it was, Hot Feet. And he was great, and I watched his movement, and to me that was just, I called somebody in and I said, it's not about his feet right here, it's about how he's moving across the stage. So I need to learn that because I'm better with my feet than my whole self.
I think it brings me a lot of joy, and it's a nice outlet, especially after Monday.
Okay.
Because it's been a long day of school, and
your class is on Monday, right? It's
yeah,
not just random
our class
Monday.
Our class is on Monday.
Right. And Isabella, how about you?
Well, Will has a point, and it really brings out like my happiness, and I really enjoy it. And because Mondays are usually really terrible at school. It's very boring on Mondays because I'm very tired. Here I just have fun with it, and it.
Good. So when we
sounds good.
when we beat you, you're having fun. That's a good.
It's the top
that's a,
part of my day on Mondays.
a good plan. Well, and you know what? Guess what? It's the top part of my day and week on Mondays
Mine
as
too.
well. So there it is.